This near-death experience is one that was recently emailed to the channel by one of our subscribers calling himself Only Jack. Jack writes, "Hi Beyond Death, I recently came across your channel while doing research into my own near-death experience. I was surprised to find so many people have taken a trip to the other side and returned, and finding your channel has really made me more aware that what I experienced myself in May of 2020 was indeed real. I am sure after reading many of the comments that there are those who will try to explain my experience away as being my brain reacting to the lack of oxygen, or whatever, but I know what happened. I know I crossed over, and I know I returned. Anyway, straight into my experience. I was home alone watching reruns of Big Bang Theory and munching on popcorn when I began to choke. At first, I attempted to cough the popcorn back up, and when that failed, I tried drinking water to wash it down. As a last-ditch effort to save myself, I bent over a chair and attempted to give myself the Heimlich maneuver. Suddenly, a loud voice from inside my head told me to calm down and dial 911. I have no idea where that voice came from, but it couldn't hurt to try, so I did as told. After dialing 911, everything went black, and then there was a loud pop followed by an unseen force pulling me into a tunnel. I don't believe I had a physical body at this time, although I still felt as if I did, if that makes any sense. I was being pulled through this tunnel at a rapidly increasing speed towards a light that started no bigger than a pinpoint and grew larger as I approached it. I can't tell you how long I was in this tunnel, but it seemed like days, and at the same time felt as if it was only for the blink of an eye. Time is really weird on the other side in that it does not exist as it does on Earth. In the spiritual realm, everything is happening simultaneously, so in a sense you are being born, living every moment of your lifetime, and dying all at once, and to make things more complex, so is everyone else who has ever existed or will ever exist. There is no past, present, or future. There is only the now. After my trip through the tunnel, I found myself standing in what I can only describe as a town square with streets that shone as gold when the light hit them. As I looked around, I saw a very large building with beings coming and going down a very wide staircase that led to these enormous and very ornate doors. These doors were beautiful, and the rest of the building had an ancient Greek or Roman feel to the architecture. I just stood in awe of the beauty of this place when a man walked out of the building and straight towards me. This man had a glow to him, almost as if light formed in his very being and was leaking out. As this man got closer to me, I realized that he was Jesus. Don't ask me how I knew, I just did. It was as if that knowledge was not even contestable. Jesus pulled me in and hugged me, and in that hug lived a feeling of pure euphoria, intense love like never imagined. The very concept of heaven existed in that single hug, and I never wanted the feeling to end. I suddenly found myself in Jesus standing on a hillside overlooking a vast lake. For the first time, Jesus spoke to me. He asked me a question that I could not answer at that time, and even now I struggle with. Jesus asked me what I had learned during my time on earth. He may as well have asked me the very meaning of life. When it became obvious that I had no answer, Jesus and I appeared in a great room larger than any I had ever seen. It had cathedral ceilings that stretched miles above us, and there were literally 1 million or more souls all around us, in observance of what I came to know would be my life review. As if on command, a screen appeared that flashed moments of my life on earth. From birth until death, it was displayed for all to watch. Let me tell you, there is nothing more bearing than having your every sin exposed to the light. At times I wanted to beg Jesus to make it stop. There was no possible way I could belong in heaven, and surely as soon as this life review ended, I would find myself thrust into the burning fires of hell. That was not to be the case, though. After what seemed to be an eternity in judgment, Jesus merely pulled me close and gave me another hug that again felt like pure love. "You still have much to learn," Jesus stated. "For this reason, you will be returning to your earthly body, and when we next see each other, I will ask you again what you have learned during your time on earth. Try to locate that answer for me. I want to stay here. I protested. I added in, I may not know all the earthly lessons, but I know I would rather be here with you. Please don't make me go. Jesus smiled this loving smile at me before instructing an angel standing to his right to see to it this one gets safely back. In less than the blink of an eye, I was back inside my body and could immediately feel great discomfort from a paramedic reaching 2 fingers down my throat, initiating a gag reflex that made me vomit the popcorn back up. As I fought back tears and opened my eyes, I could see the angel standing right behind the paramedic. And in that moment, the angel was gone. Even after all this time, I sometimes catch what I believe to be that same angel out of the corner of my eye, watching over me and reporting back to Jesus how I am doing on this earthly plane of existence. Your viewers can choose to believe or disbelieve as they like. As for me, I know what happened and I can't wait to go home. Sincerely, Jack. Thank you, Jack, for sharing your near-death experience for me to narrate. If any other viewers would like to share an NDE, simply email it to me at the link in the description.